So often I see entrepreneurs, coaches, creators, consultants putting off the things that they perceive that is the most difficult to the end and focusing on those things that are a little bit more palatable and doable in their eyes. And a lot of times working on a website to perfect it. Other times is, hey, I'm going to work on getting more followers. Other times I'll just do create content because that comes easy, that comes natural to me. Or you may delay the process of just following up and like polishing up your offer. You want to make the offer perfect. But here's the thing that you're putting off is developing that skill set that actually will make all of those things valuable. And that skill set involves selling, learning how to sell. Now, the truth about this process is delaying learning how to sell is one of the biggest mistakes you're making in your business. It's one of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs make because without learning how to sell, it leads to a lot of frustration down the road. Imagine spending a month, 2, 6 months, a year, making everything perfect. And then you reveal it to the world and there's no sales because you don't know how to run the sales process. We'll talk about that in this video. Why it's important to prioritize the skill set of sales, learning how to sell, and how that's going to actually affect everything in your business in a positive way and make it easier. I'm Colin Yearwood, and over the last few years, I've sold over $4 million in coaching and training products for myself and for my clients. And it's my goal to help you learn how to sell so you can have a bigger impact in your own lives, but also have an impact in the lives of the clients and the people you want to help with your products and services. Now, the thing that I do best is I have a low stress approach to selling that I've been teaching 3-4 years now. I've been teaching that to my clients and they've had a lot of success with that. So what I do is really show you a system and a process that you could actually implement, a sales system, a sales process you can implement. Then we reverse engineer. How could you use that to, when it comes to your content, when it comes to your offer, and when it comes to your branding. I do it upside down, right? Focus on learning how to sell, and then you'll see the effects it has in every other area of your business. In a previous video, you may have seen I shared that entire process, the FTBB video. You can go and look for it, or you can leave a comment below. Let me know, hey, I want to see that video. I'll be happy to send that over to you. So I'll talk to you about some common reasons, some common excuses that people give themselves to delay doing the thing that they think is hard, and focusing on the perceived things that are easy, that in most cases they're wasting their time. I don't want to be that blunt, but I want to be honest with you. When you learn how to sell, it builds your confidence and it makes everything else easy in your business, but also it makes you more aware of what people want, what people don't want. What do I need to create? What do I need to change? So I'll walk you through some of the things, like some of the reasons you may be giving yourself to delay the sales process, because I would encourage you, focus on learning how to sell as you implement those other things in your business, like marketing and branding and lead generation, right? It's like a chair: marketing, branding, lead generation, sales. All 4 of those, the chair is all comfortable on the floor. Without one of those legs, the chair is wobbly. And most times the leg that many new entrepreneurs are missing is that sales leg. Reasons most people I hear make why they're not ready to actually learn how to sell or learn how to generate leads or learn how to really serve clients in a powerful way. I need to build my website first. I need to create my brand first. Those things are great. Those things are necessary. But you don't need a fancy website or fancy branding to start closing deals. You don't need that to start making sales. What you need is a clear, confident way to communicate your value to those potential clients that are coming to you or will be coming to you. And that starts with improving your sales skills. So if building a website you think is the answer to making more sales, more than likely it's not. If you look at conversion rates with copywriting, and that's the copy, the marketing copy that you see on sales pages, you see on websites, you see on landing pages, or opt-in pages, the pages you put your name and email to get a gift. Most times on sales pages, that copy converts at 2 to 5%. And 5% is the high end. That's like you hire a really top-notch copywriter to create that marketing copy. Now, if you, and this is proven, if you get into sales conversations right off the bat as a beginner, you can enroll 1 out of 10 people you speak to. That's 10%. Right off the bat. More than likely, you can sell a higher ticket item during that conversation. Because the higher the ticket, the higher the price point of your product or service, selling it on a website, the lower your conversions go. But when you're doing that in conversation with people, your conversion rate is minimum 10%. And after some practice, consistently, you can raise that to between 10 to 15%. By the way, to be considered a rock star in the sales world, 35% close rate is what most people in the industry consider, hey, that sales rep, that salesperson is a rock star. They're closing it, right? 35%. So that means 2/3 of the time they're striking out. So if you can get to that point of 3 out of every 10 conversations you have, you're enrolling someone into your product, you're selling someone a product, you're doing amazing. So building a website and branding, yeah, start it, but at the same time, learn that skill where you can have those conversations and convert people at a higher close rate and at a higher price point. The other thing I hear people say, hey, I'm too new. Maybe I'll learn how to sell later on. Well, you're too new. Once you decide to become an entrepreneur, the thing you got to figure out is, how do I empower people to buy my products and services? How do I empower people to feel confident in what I have to offer so they can make that purchase, right? Because as an entrepreneur, the couple things you're doing, I hope this is your goal, is to identify problems, solve those problems, and help people get bigger results in their lives. And most times to do that, there comes an investment. And even in many cases, get someone to sign up for something free, you do need a level of skills that present in the value. So you're never too new to learn how to sell. The sooner you start practicing, the sooner you'll build that confidence, the sooner you'll build that certainty and belief about you, about your product, about the service that you offer, about the results that you're capable of creating. And then you'll start seeing the measurable results you're looking for. I know many of my clients I work with, it's important to them to make a big impact in people's lives. Same here with me. My secret, why I like helping coaches, consultants, creators, people who help other people with knowledge, is because I want to create a ripple effect in the world. And I know I am not going to reach everyone. So if I'm able to help you reach your client and empower them to create a result, selfishly, I feel, hey, I've had a little bit of an effect, a ripple effect in the world. So start learning to sell right away. You're new, you're in a perfect spot, perfect time to start selling, because that's what's going to make a big difference. One of the other things that's going to help you from the beginning is help you identify a clear process, a pathway. Okay, when I connect with this person with my content, what is the pathway for me to get the right person to become my client? When you're clear on that pathway and you have some certainty, oh, I can do that, it becomes such more fun in a business, because you're doing everything you want to do. You're making a difference and you're making income. So with all the responsibilities you have as an entrepreneur, especially if you're doing it solo or you're doing it on the side as a side hustle as you start out, you're wearing a lot of hats. So your time is limited. And not having the time is usually, many times, it's the automatic response to learning something new, right? I'm busy, life is busy, running a business could be overwhelming. I totally get it. But here's what you need to consider. How much time are you spending doing the marketing, doing content, and doing all those other tasks, but they're not converting to sales? How much time are you actually spending on all those other tasks, but they're not converting to sales? So I don't have the time is not the best reason to give not to learn how to sell. Because learning how to sell effectively will save you hours of frustration, because you'll know how to walk people through the process. Selling is not about just a transaction. It's about understanding how you can empower and influence people to make a good decision for them. So now, if the issue about time is something for you, right? They say, hey, Colin, you don't understand, man. I got a busy life. Doing this on the side is overwhelming. I've been there. I used to do sales calls. I used to do prospecting conversations and outreach on my lunch hour in the parking lot. So I totally know where you're coming from. And lastly, it's a belief that I need to just start generating more leads and more followers before I start, before I really focus on learning how to sell, before selling becomes something important for me. It's easy to think that way. A bigger audience, you'll close more sales, you'll get more clients. But that's not always true. And tell you the truth, in most cases, it's not true. I run into clients who've had huge audiences, and when it comes to sales, they're making very minimal sales compared to the number of people that they have. So you don't need to have 10,000 followers. You just need to have a small core group of people who connect with your content, connect with your message, connect with what you're offering, with your solution that you're presenting, and then bringing them into conversations. You can have 10,000 followers and still don't know how to close sales. So a lot of missed opportunity versus when you learn the skills that sales, isn't about, well, I just need more leads. No, you need more skills because more leads don't mean when content is done right, it pre-qualifies people for the next step with you, right? You may be watching this video and you say, hey, you know what? Actually, I like this guy. I like this video, these videos that he's put together. I want to talk a little bit more. I want to learn a little bit more what he does. That's what I hope it does, right? That's honestly what I hope it does, because that's how I get to serve you and help you. It's by giving you a different perspective on looking at developing a skill set that will affect every area of your life. If any of this resonates with you, there's a link somewhere below, and you'll click on that link and it'll lead you to book a call with me. Before I go, I want to share with you one other concept that a lot of people don't really think about. It's the cost of waiting. So every day you wait to improve on your confidence, on your selling skills, on your ability to share your value, on how you're capable of serving people, you're leaving a lot of opportunities and a lot of income on the table. So let's think about this for a second. How much is costing you right now not to feel confident about selling? There's a real number. What number came to your mind? Just make a note of that number. How much is costing you right now not to feel confident about selling? And how much potential clients are basically slipping through the cracks because you're not clear on a process to help enroll them so they can get the kind of results they're looking for, so you can grow your business and have a bigger impact. That is called opportunity cost. And the longer that you wait to become better, the longer that you give reasons why, sales is not important. I'll just do more marketing. I'll just do more branding. I'll just do more lead generation. That opportunity cost adds up. In order to close that gap, you got to do something. You got to change. You got to do something. And when you prioritize like learning how to grow your confidence and learning how to increase your belief and learn how to increase your level of certainty, it becomes easier to market to the right people. It becomes easier to create the right content. It becomes easier to have more effective conversations, write better emails, and ultimately easier to grow your business.